I did it again. Not piece stick. Do. Hey, this is Gnome T, where we do computing, gaming, and tech. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the best sub £50 gaming keyboard. So then, before we get straight into the video, I want to say subscribe if you're new, and turn those notification bells on, and leave a like, and also comment what you think of the video. To anyone who's new and watching, please subscribe because I'm trying to get to 100 subs by the end of the summer. We are at 43 at the moment, and that means a hell of a lot to me. So some people might think, oh, it's 43, but to me it means a hell of a lot, especially if someone who's really small and wants to try and get a little bit better. I really want to try and hit 100. But anyway, let's get straight into the video. So then, we are going to be breaking this down into 4 simple parts. So we're going to be going through the specs of the keyboard, the pros, the cons, and I will just do a simple outro and just say my final thoughts on the overall keyboard. So a lot of you might be thinking what this keyboard is and why am I bragging on about it so much, but I'll quickly get it for you. It is over here in a box. I'm back. So then, I've got myself the Corsair Gaming K55 RGB. Here's just a quick snippet of the box. Obviously it shows it's dynamic, multicolor backlighting. I don't know if it's going to focus. It probably will focus, but I don't know. Obviously you've got all the features on the back. It shows you. I'm not really going to go through that anyway today. I'm more going through what I've seen on the Corsair website and what I've experienced myself. So then, let's go through the specs. It claims to have anti-ghosting and 8-key rollover, which is very nice for anyone who, let's say if you accidentally press all the keys at once, it will just register the first 8, which is very nice. Some people might be annoying, but to me it's quite helpful. Secondly, we got the dedicated 6 macro keys on the left side of the keyboard. So for anyone who doesn't know what macro keys are, they are keys for registering features from softwares like video editing, MOBO titles, in-game, illustration, and Photoshop, and you could just dedicate those to the 6 macro keys on the side, and you could just press one and it will get you that feature straight away. So it does have membrane key switches, which I'll go on a little bit later, go into more detail in a little bit later in the video. It has its macro recording feature, which is very nice if you want to record the macro keys without using software, I must say. You can just press a button, it will flash, record any of the macro keys that you have on the left side to any of the features in the editing softwares or the mobile games or even battle royale games if you're really feeling like it. And then you can just press it again to lock all of those in place, which is very nice. On the right side to the MR button, you got brightness keys, which is obviously your off, brightness 1, brightness 2, and brightness 3. Very straightforward, very simple. You got your Windows lock key, which is very helpful for gamers who are accidentally pressing the Windows key for some weird reason, which chucks them out of game. But that lock button does lock that in place, so you don't have to exit out of your game or accidentally click Windows and kick yourself out. Which is very nice. It's a nice feature, especially for £50. You don't really see that in a lot of budget. Well, you do, you don't. Like I've seen it in G213 Prodigy. That feature is quite helpful, so it's quite helpful to see on this as well. But you got your very simple media keys, your mute, your decrease volume, increase volume, your pause and play, skip a track, previous track, and stop. So then, obviously you got all of those. You got 4 rubber pads on the bottom, so they stick to the whatever surface you have quite easy without moving it. And it has 2 feet which are non-rubberized, so that might cause an issue unless you have a full length mouse mat. So then, cover that. It's quite lightweight. Obviously I said the switches are quite they're like membrane switches, so they're mushy, they're a bit stiff, and they're a bit quiet. To some people, quiet is very helpful. For me, in my case, it's very helpful when I do gameplay videos, so then it doesn't pick up in the background, and then I can do my editing hassle-free without having to try and mute the background noise. But this keyboard, it is definitely made for budget gamers and people who want to look into getting into the gaming community. Especially for £50, you are definitely helping yourself a lot here. I got it for a lot cheaper because I was quite lucky. I found a deal and I got really lucky, and so I got this for very dirt cheap. But yeah, the sacrifice you are going to make when it comes to entry, we're now going into the pros and the cons. I'll just go through the pros really quickly. Obviously, like I said, the keys are really quiet. They're nice and quiet, so it doesn't pick up background noise. But I know for some people they like the clicky clacky mechanical switches, blue switches. So it's whatever your taste is, really. If you feel like that's your go-to, then go with that. If you feel like you want quieter keys, then go with this. It's plain and simple. But with membrane, you are going to get stiffer keys. In my experience, I used to have the G213 Prodigy, and that was very lightweight and very free, but I think that led to the keyboard breaking quite quickly. I don't know, I didn't smash it, I didn't do anything with it, I was just playing games, minding my own business, and then one day it just decided to break. So I've just got in contact with Logitech, talk about the warranty, trying to get my money back, or if not they can send out another one. But that led to having some problem. But with the Corsair K55, the keys feel a bit more stiff. Is that positive? For me, I'm feeling like it's a positive because they might last longer. It did take me a while to get used to it. It took me about 3 hours of gameplay in Apex to get used to it, but as soon as I got past that 3 hour mark, for me, all of a sudden I felt like it was just the natural keyboard. It just felt as comfortable as the G213. So I got used to that really quickly. It took me 3 hours and then fine, it's back to normal. But I think for anyone who's gonna get this keyboard, you have to put a bit more power or a bit more force into your pressing than you would on previous lightweight keyboards like the G213 and the Chroma Light by Razer. Anyway, that's a pro. I do like for me, I like the whole stickiness, and it feels a bit more secure, and the compact of it is quite nice as well. The whole keyboard is plastic. It has a lot of flex to it, but I feel like it can keep up with the flex, which is nice. But then we move on from the pros to the cons. So then, obviously the keys are a bit stickier, they are a bit harder. The macro keys sometimes do get in the way when I'm playing some games. I mix the left shift with G5, and I sometimes press the G5 with my pinky instead of the left shift button. But thankfully, I haven't dedicated any macro keys to anything in-game or software related, so I'm all good with that. So it just took me quite a bit to get used to, and now I just press the left shift key like any normal person would when playing games. Don't judge me, please. I'm just a minor YouTuber, I swear. But yeah, but I think there's not many cons to this. I would say the wrist rest is a little bit weird. It has texturized, like it claims to have texturized rubber, but it's not. It's kind of like a engraved plastic where it feels a bit weird. It feels a bit weird on your wrist. But as soon as you get used to that, it feels kind of natural. So I do like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. But it does. I got used to it really quickly, and I think that is my final con. There's not really a lot of cons to this, and if you lot are looking to have something entry level, then especially definitely for £50, was $49.95 on Amazon at the moment. I would highly recommend go with this because it's something to kind of get a feel of and experience before you go and experience better keyboards and messing around and get better ones. But anyway, that's my final thoughts said. I think, I'm a silly dum-dum. Let me quickly put in a sound clip of the sound test of the keyboard. I'll do that now quickly. and the sound test out of the way, this does lead on to the outro. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the video. Make sure to follow all the socials in the description box, and if you do want to get this keyboard yourself, I will leave an Amazon link in the box below. I'll try and find it for the United States, for any US people that are watching as well. But yeah, this has been your boy Gnome T. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you lot in the next one. Peace!